sometimes getting it on is all kinds of fun. And sometimes you die. First off, in case you didn't know, only a few mammals actually engage in sex purely for pleasure, like pigs, dolphins, and of course humans. However, we take it one step further. And, sometimes couples just want to spice up the relationship. They want to try new things, or, maybe someone just wants to get a little freaky deaky, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes these people let their genitalia do all of the thinking, which has led to them, dying in the middle of, roasting the broomstick. And you're probably like, but how the hell does that happen? Well, I'm about to tell you, and I don't think you're ready for it, but I'ma tell you anyway. So, here we go. Here are 10 times that sex killed someone. Number 1 is a deadly game of hangman. Some people like to roleplay or be in situations that they normally wouldn't find themselves in, which can bring a surge of excitement into the bedroom. But on occasion, these things can go very wrong. In 2007, 38-year-old Simon Burley allowed his girlfriend to act as a neo-Nazi hangman. What? Shortly after a noose was placed around his neck, the chair he was standing on was kicked away. Oh, it's okay, it's all part of the foreplay. Oh, but don't worry, fortunately they had a knife nearby to cut him down. Unfortunately, that knife was too dull to cut through the rope, and by the time the paramedics arrived, he was dead. Hey, listen, I've heard of asphyxiation and all that stuff. Where does the neo-Nazi girlfriend part come in? I mean, anybody else confused about that? Number 2 is hit by a train. If you've ever stood on train tracks while a train is coming, you know that it can be a thrill. But one couple decided to do that while... In 2008, a couple in their 20s in South Africa apparently thought that was a great idea. After meeting at a pub, Madudzi Michael Bendizi and Sabongo Radibi made a late-night stop to a railway station that was seemingly unused. Well, actually, no longer in use, but freight trains apparently did still occasionally run through it. This was one of those times. The train conductor saw the couple from a distance, but even after using the train whistle multiple times, the couple were way too involved to even hear it. How loud do you have to be to drain out a train whistle? Anyway, the man died instantly while the woman succumbed to injuries while in the hospital. I think I can, and I'm dead. Number 3 is carbon monoxide poisoning. Okay, let's just get the obvious out of the way and say that leaving a car idle in a closed garage is obviously a terrible idea. Well, getting all hot and heavy with a partner inside said car is an even worse one. In 2006, a couple was found dead inside of their 1978 Cutlass in Milwaukee. The 23-year-old man's cousin went looking for him, who had been requested to do so after his mother couldn't seem to get a hold of him all day and she got worried. If she only knew why he was busy, you know what I'm saying? He was real busy. Well, the cousin found him and, yeah. Authorities believe that they had been in the car for some time before succumbing to the poisonous air. Why was the car running in the first place? I mean, was that stick shift just getting in the way? You know what I'm saying? Just like, oh man, you better move that. That went somewhere it's never supposed to go. Number 4 is crushed by a piano. Yep. Music can be a great way to get into the groove of the moment, you know what I'm saying? But there was no one playing the piano in this story, which takes place in San Francisco back in 1983. In a local establishment called the Condor Club, one of the bouncers decided to get busy with his girlfriend right on the piano for an after-hours party for 2. But in the heat of the moment, one of the two accidentally activated the lift, which was used to raise and lower the piano during show times when the club was open. And the thing was pretty fast because the piano immediately was raised to the ceiling, taking both of them up with it, crushing the man to death and leaving the woman pinned underneath his lifeless body until she was freed the next morning. That is both horrifying and hilarious if you picture it in your head. Yeah, I can explain! Number 5 is the Viagra overdose. This one's a hard one to talk about. Most of us know about that little blue pill that makes a man rigid for a prolonged period of time. But in Moscow in 2009, a 28-year-old man named Sergei Tuganov... His last name's Tuganov. Anyway, Sergei Tuganov made a $4,300 bet with 2 women that he could pleasure them for 12 hours straight. With the help of an entire bottle of Viagra, he was, in fact, able to keep it up for a half day of non-stop fun. Unfortunately, just minutes after the 12-hour mark, the man had a heart attack and died before paramedics could help. Guess the ladies got to keep their money, huh? Number 6 is falling off a balcony. Having sex outside can give you a big adrenaline rush because of the risk of getting caught. Well, in 1996 in Los Angeles, 27-year-old Sandra Orellana and her 33-year-old boss Robert Salazar decided to have a bit of fun after some drinks while on a business trip. This one-night stand was taking place on the balcony of an 8th floor hotel room. What a great idea. But while trying to get into a different position, the woman slipped and fell 8 stories to the ground. The man ended up being investigated for murder, but they found no foul play. no murder foul play. I mean, they was getting busy foul, you know what I'm saying? Real foul. Ooh, it smells in the air. But no murder. Number 7 was a wild animal attack. Ugh, here we go again. Another outdoor adventure. What is wrong with people? In Zimbabwe in 2013, a couple, Shahari Mawera and an unidentified man, had made their way over to an area surrounded by bushes for privacy and decided to, have a little afternoon delight. However, they ended up with some unwanted visitors, which were not human. A pride of lions just happened to be nearby, and they was hungry. They attacked the couple, mauling the woman to death, and the man managed to actually get away wearing nothing but a condom. Man, that is embarrassing. I'd be lying if I said that guy didn't lose his pride. It's lion puns. Moving on. Number 8 is electrocution. Fetishes are something that people get a kick out of, and there are many that are pretty out there. One couple in Pennsylvania back in 2008 were into electricity, so they broke out the jumper cables. 28-year-old Kristen Taylor had placed electric clamps on herself and requested her husband to shock her. Having done this sort of thing many times before, the husband willingly obliged, using a power strip to start and stop the shocks. This time, however, he must have somehow did it longer than usual, as his wife went into cardiac arrest. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want to know where the clamps were placed on this woman. She dead, let's just let her rest in peace and move on from the story, because I don't like to think of the dead getting sticky. Number 9 is a drowning. In 2002, a couple from England decided to have some fun out of the house, which they enjoyed from time to time. However, it wasn't just outside. It was in a car parked near a river. Oh, what could go wrong? They must have been so distracted by what they were doing that they didn't notice that the car had actually started rolling backwards until it went right into the water. Unable to escape, the woman's heart stopped beating from the freezing cold water, and the man drowned. It's not known how the car accidentally rolled into the water, but it's believed that the rigorous activity inside of the car accidentally caused something to get hit, like a shift or something. Someone's just like, it's in my butt, and then pop, right into the water. It's very sad. And number 10 is a heart attack. For many couples, waiting is a very important belief. They wait as long as it takes to bump uglies until their first night as husband and wife. Alas, that may have been a terrible idea for this couple out of Japan. Sashi and Tomio Hideki got married and were incredibly excited to do the horizontal mambo for the first time, except for the fact that their hearts couldn't seem to handle the passion. Both virgins, they each ended up having heart attacks once they reached orgasm and lost their lives together. That is kind of sweet in a way, but it's also so very sad. So very sad. So those were 10 people that died during sex. These were some unfortunate folks. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you left a like on it. And on the right, you'll find 2 recent videos that you can click right now in case you missed them. And you can subscribe to my channel by clicking my channel logo below. And that's it. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Don't be getting busy and having no heart attacks and stuff. Disturbing.